Nettle is a popular edible wild that can be found and foraged in the wild for free. Similar to dandelion, it grows in abundance in most places during the early part of spring. And like dandelion, the entire nettle plant is entirely edible, all the way from the leaves down to its roots. In this particular video, I want to talk to you about the medicinal benefits of the nettle root itself. Now, when consuming the nettle root, we want to make sure that it's, of course, prepared properly and extracted, so that way we get the medicinal saponins and constituents out of the tough fibrous root. So therefore, we want to make sure that when consuming nettle root or preparing ourselves, we use either a hot water decoction, such as a tea, or a hot water decoction that has been turned into a powdered substance that we can mix into beverages, tonics, and other elixirs, or that we're using an alcohol extracted tincture. Now, once we have our bioavailable form of nettle root, we find that it has two primary actions in the body. One is a powerful anti-inflammatory, which means it's going to help with many conditions in the body such as eczema, acne, psoriasis, even arthritis or inflammation of the joints. It even helps with hair loss, which can be attributed back to some form of inflammation that we'll get into in a little bit. As an antihistamine, which nettle is most commonly used for, it helps balance our body's immune response and allergic response. So this way we have more resilience to any sort of external allergens or even internal allergens, be it from our food and diet. So with these two primary actions in mind, we find that nettle root is most commonly used to help treat issues of the prostate. And by being an anti-inflammatory to the prostate, it can help with the enlargement of the prostate, and it's even been shown in study to kill cancer cells in the prostate. Now, science doesn't know exactly why this is. However, there is evidence that it has something to do with nettle's ability to block the buildup of DHT in the prostate, which leads to the enlargement and inflammation of the prostate. In addition to removing and preventing buildup of DHT in the prostate, nettle root makes a really great hair tonic, especially for treating and reversing male pattern baldness, because of its ability to block DHT from binding in the receptor sites in the hair follicles, which is said to cause inflammation of the hair follicle and even the shrinking and death of the hair follicle. Now, the way that it does this is by inhibiting free-forming testosterone or free-flowing testosterone from converting to excess DHT that later gets stored in the hair follicles or in the prostate. And it does this by inhibiting the main enzyme 5-alpha reductase, which is at cause of converting free test into DHT. So by taking a nettle root extract, we can actually help prevent or reverse male pattern baldness by preventing the buildup of DHT in the scalp. So these are perhaps the two most important qualities and the two most popular reasons that people take nettle root extract. However, it's very rich in vitamins and minerals. However, it's also popularly used as an antihistamine, something to help people with their seasonal allergies or anyone that's having an allergic response, let's say to poison ivy or to a certain food. So these are probably the most popular benefits of nettle root extract. If you're looking for a powerful anti-inflammatory that you can use to treat inflammatory conditions like autoimmune disease, an enlarged prostate, eczema, acne, arthritis, nettle root has actually been shown in clinical study and is safely used alongside popular NSAIDs, so non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, and so that way people can take more of a holistic approach and safely coming off of these medications. Also, if you're looking for something to help treat seasonal allergies or help with any sort of allergic response, and then of course if you're also looking for a way to naturally treat hair loss or promote hair growth, then nettle root extract is probably going to be one of the top herbs I recommend to do any one of these things. If you're interested in learning more about nettle root or you'd like to try some yourself, then grab the link below.